What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Booster. Try it again. Booster Up. Let's try it again. Welcome back to the Booster Automotive channel. Today we're working on this thing. For anyone that saw the video 11 months ago, it had a fatal error with the high pressure fuel pump. The reason I've recorded no content on it because I wasn't sure if it was the high pressure fuel pump, and it's been sat for 11 months. But we fixed it now. We got it running, but there's a lot of fuel in the oil, like a scary amount of fuel in the oil. Like, if you take the oil cap off, it stinks. So today we're changing the oil, filter. We're going to get it running, and also I'm going to have to put the driver's seat back in because the entire interior has basically been disassembled because it started to go mouldy because it was sat for so long. But we're going to put the driver's seat back in and take it up a private road. So we bought ourselves a Bosch filter because don't be buying, who's buying Crossland? Bought Bosch filter, and we bought some Miller's because we got it for a good deal, and Miller's is just safe because someone kept putting really shit oil in it. Obviously now it's mixed with probably like Tesco's finest momentum, so it really needs to come out. It's unhealthy, so I'm gonna drop the oil now. Well, first I'm gonna drop the car up because it'd be pretty hard to drop the oil without doing that. So I'm gonna drop the car up, then we're gonna drop the oil, replace this filter. I think it's, don't know what it is, I'll find it. So yeah, let's get jacked up. Okay, so the car's now jacked up. I'm basically going to get under it. I'm going to start draining the oil out. I'm going to wait for that. See what it looks like. It's going to be very fuely, so I'll show you. And then I'm also going to take the oil filter off, swap that, and then we put more oil in it, and it should not run like shit because we turned it on when we got it running after the fuel pump, and it was very tappy because there's a lot of fuel in the oil. So we'll see how it runs. Okay, so I'm under the Audi-ish. It's a bit cramped, but can you see that? I'm so sick at camera manning. It's like, oh, there you go. It's there. That's the oil filter. I need to get that out in a minute, but first I need to get this sump plug off, and I'm just not looking forward to it because, like, it's just, I mean, I feel like knowing my luck, it's gonna be stuck, and then it's gonna need like a new oil pan, and then it's gonna set on fire for no reason. But we'll try. You can't even really see under here, but that is where the sump plug is. Yeah, we got some light now, so you can actually see me. Hello. It's the, oh, that's way better. It's this. It's a 19 mil. I don't know if that's standard. I feel like it really isn't, but no oil's coming out of it. So I mean, it must be doing the job at least. Yep, thank you. It's the next day now because I didn't have one of these sockets. It's a 36mm weird thing to take the oil filter off. Didn't have one, and it was getting really dark, so we just thought we'd leave it for the day. The oil's been drained, so it's just a case of taking the oil filter off, putting the new filter in, putting that back on, filling it with oil, and it should start up without exploding, I hope. We'll see. No words. So I had to pack it out with tissue because it was slightly rounded and that socket was like slightly too big, and I had to use a fucking breaker bar to get the oil filter off. No words, absolutely no words, but it's off now, so I'm gonna put the new one on. Got it. It's just that little filter that took me a day to get off. Well, not a day, it was too dark last night to continue. Longer than it should have. It was really tight, I don't know why. It's slightly rounded the bottom of it, so I hope it's fine going back on. I'll be careful with it. I guess that's next year's problem. So, that's it. Mad, that's it. Crazy. Right, that's going back on, I guess. It actually says a specific Newton meters, but like we don't have a torque wrench, so just man Newton meters. New filter is now in. Gonna put oil in it. Gonna see if it blows up. Hopefully it doesn't. Miller's, please sponsor me, thank you. This car burns oil and so does my other one. Okay. That was close. Something plugged in now. That would have been really fucking annoying. There's the levels on that side. Oh, for God's sake. Fucking hell. Oil is now going in. It's actually quite a shit lid, this. Millers, can you sort that out? The fucking mobile one's way better.
I'm not going to sponsor you, are they?
Millers, can you sponsor me, please? I did it. It's all topped up with Miller's juice. Millers, please sponsor me. I like Miller's juice. Just don't like the caps on your bottles. They're pretty shit. It's constructive criticism, though, because everyone else will agree. So I'll just let you know. Sort me out. Oil making its way around. No weird noises. Everything's a little bit smooth. It is on cold start now, so it's a bit loud. But once it jumps off cold start, we'll see how it sounds. Right, it's a little bit warmer now. It's obviously not fully up to temperature. We're going to give it a few baby revs and see how she does, but it seems pretty smooth. Fans have kicked in. That was a bit more than a baby rev, but it's alright. All the fans have kicked in. It is running low on coolant, but we did have a leak. That's been resolved now, so we'll top that up. Well, we'll get it changed because it was quite a mess. But it's running. So now we got to put the interior back in at some point. Probably might be today. It'll be in this video. Okay, so this might not seem like a big deal to anyone, but the last time this car ran was actually pretty much the last time I uploaded a video on it, which was 11 months ago. So what happened was the fuel pump failed. Injector 3 got stuck open, it filled all the oil with fuel and the car wouldn't run, so we replaced the fuel pump, which I should have really recorded, but oh well. We've now drained the oil because obviously it was full of petrol. There's about half a litre in there. We're going to get it running now, and then we also need to put the interior back in this video. We're going to hopefully try and get it driving. So yeah, this is just going to be turning it on, seeing how it runs, and fingers crossed everything's okay. It did get a little bit late before putting the interior back in, but we did get the car running. So I was at work, so we got Mason to put the interior back in. That's why I'm not really in this part of the video. So yeah, I'm going to hand over to Mason now. He's going to explain himself putting the interior back in, and there'll be a nice little time lapse of him putting it all back together. He took it apart, so he is the best person to put it back together because he was cleaning it. He used to be a valeter. And once that has been done, we're going to drive the car and hopefully, fingers crossed, it all runs okay and the brakes aren't seized, because it has actually been sat, as I mentioned previously, for nearly a year, and that's never good. Cars never like to sit. So yeah, I'm going to hand you over now.
So, you most likely see me in earlier on in the video, I believe, or in a previous video, when we're sorting out the Mazda. Today's a little different. You'll get Will's voiceover in a minute. Basically, I'm just going to clean this. It's a bit hanging. So, yeah, Will, do your thing.
So, as you can see, Mason is currently just basically taking the interior apart. Well, little bit is out of the interior, most of it is already apart. As you can see, he's taking the passenger seat out now. Yeah, so basically what he's going to do is he's just going to mess around with the interior and clean it up a little bit. The seats are out of the vehicle now, so he's just giving them a quick scrub because they were actually incredibly mouldy. Like, you can't really see it on the video, but they were pretty bad. So yeah, once he's done that, what he's going to do is he's going to pop these back into the car, screw them all in nice and lovely. And honestly, the smell after this was miles better. You couldn't smell this car, but it smelled like an old basement. So obviously with him doing all this stuff, it does make a massive improvement to the driving experience. And like I said, he already took the interior apart, so he is the best person to be putting it back together. That's all done now. So yeah, we're going to hopefully cut to footage of this vehicle running and driving. Fingers crossed. Yeah, so thankfully, as you can see, the car now drives. Yeah, it was sat for 11 months, which is a bit ridiculous considering it was just a fuel pump, but as you can see on the video now, the car is running and driving. Yeah, there wasn't really many issues with it, to be honest. I just noticed obviously the brakes were a little bit sticky because it has been sat for a while, but that's nothing some brake pads and potentially, you know, pushing the calipers back and just making sure everything's moving properly should fix. It just needs a couple more things, and also, you can't really see it in this clip, but Mason did actually crack the windscreen, so well done, Mason. You might be able to see that in the outro. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, I can't remember. But yeah, successful, I'd say. So yeah, there's a lot more coming on this car, there's a lot more coming on the MX-5 as well, and the Civic. Yeah, back over to me for what I believe is the outro clip. This video would have gone up a lot sooner if I'd actually decided to do an outro, but I didn't. Whoops. It does need a wheel hub, which I will get around to doing. But it does actually run and drive. It's all back together, as you probably could have seen from those couple of clips. As you can see, it's all nice and clean. It still smells a bit, but it's just it's been sat. It will eventually be a bit better. But yeah, it's all done. It runs and drives, as you've seen from those clips. Now we just need to make it look like... So when you stand over here, it looks okay. But when you stand like here, yeah. So we need to sort all that out. But for now, it runs and drives. Considering it was dead for like 11 months, we've done all right. But yeah, if you did like this video, feel free to give it a like. I've got a lot of stuff coming for that thing, so stick around. And yeah, I'll see you next time.
Damn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this nine is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati and vroom, vroom, I'm racing. Popping pills in the lobby, and I pray they don't find her naked. And I pray you niggas is hating. Shooters go after Judas. Jesus Christ, if I live life on my knees, ain't no need to do this. Park it in front of Lunas.